Trying something.
This war is a disease, passed through blood spilled by warriors. I feel the winds from the gathering storm.
Im Hauptquartier des Führers sprach der Oberkommandierende des Heeres am 15. März 1946 über die jüngsten Erfolge der deutschen Armee. Voller Zuversicht, dass der Endsieg in nur wenigen Jahren zu erreichen sei, sprach er dem großen Fortschritt der deutschen Waffentechnologie unter der Führung von General Wilhelm Strasse einen großen Anteil.
I hope you don't mind the weight of the world on your shoulders, Agent Blazkowicz.
I've got pretty solid shoulders, Agent One.
Well, we're losing the bloody war.
Nobody told me.
HQ's put a tight lid on it. General Deathset is manufacturing unstoppable killing machines in a secret compound. One of his lieutenants, Helga von Schabs, is keeping the folder mentioned in your mission briefing at her base of operations, Castle Wolfenstein. This folder contains the location of Deathset's compound. Could be our last chance, this, before the Nazis wipe out all that's good in the world.
America would never fold.
All right, here's the checkpoint. Remember your cover. Commander Franz, Nazi bastard from the SS in Frankfurt.
Die Papiere bitte.
Hier.
Fahren Sie zum Kontrollpunkt da vorne und zeigen Sie dort Ihre Papiere.
Vielen Dank. Wiedersehen. You and me, Blazkowicz. We're a good team. We can do this. Okay, look. You're German? Frankly, it's atrocious. So no talking. And keep your gun holstered for as long as you can. The papers Kessler prepared for you are in the glove box. There. Okay. Let's go. And remember, stay focused, stay quiet, and follow me, right?
Commandant Franz, Aus Frankfurt. Guten Morgen, guten Morgen. Fuck it.
Um Himmels Willen stramm stehen, Fritz. Herr Jäger kommt gleich.
Jawohl.
Der macht Hundefutter aus dir, wenn er dich so sieht. Was soll ich denn dann deiner Mutter erzählen?
Entschuldige, Onkel.
Nenn mich nicht so.
Entschuldigung.
Zeigen Sie Ihre Papiere.
Hier, bitte sehen.
Well, the Fuhrer visits Paderborn. Paderborn, January 12, 1946. People were out celebrating in the streets of Paderborn, the Bavarian mountains, when the Fuhrer came to revisit the town and its famous castle Wolfenstein. On the agenda was a meeting with General Wilhelm Strauss and his lieutenant Helga von Schabs to discuss the German war effort and the success of General Strauss's research into advanced war technology. This is just the beginning, said the Fuhrer after the meeting. The Allied forces are losing on all fronts. Their bombs are falling over England. The American Navy is fighting a war that cannot win the Pacific. No one is standing in our way. He also commended Helga von Schabs for her archaeological research illuminating the great history of King Otto and his legacy to the German people.
Alles klar. Guten Morgen, Herr Jäger.
Was gibt's, Greta?
Die Papiere bitte.
Augenblick, warten Sie. Aus Frankfurt. Sind Sie Frankfurter?
Ja, ein Hotdog.
So ein komischer Kauz. Die spinnen, die Amis. Hotdog. Die werden sich wundern, wenn wir an der Macht sind. Weiter. Kreta. Bei Fuß.
Hot dog.
Reckon I had to say something.
That was Rudy Jaeger, Helga's second in command. I hear he feeds his dogs with prisoners from the castle's dungeon.
Article Professor Wolfenstein, assassin executed. Berlin, January 3rd, 1946, is the Fuhrer himself who put the noose around the neck of the assassin known as the Castle Wolfenstein terrorist, and he was executed early Sunday morning. Herr Hitler was in a fine mood, having recovered remarkably well from the cowardly assassination attempt. As he was led into the execution chamber, the terrorist soiled himself and saw our Fuhrer in such good health. Let this be a powerful reminder that all enemies of our great nation will meet a righteous end, said Herr Hitler after the assassin had stopped twitching from where he hung from the rope. When asked about the statue of his well-being, he answered with strength and conviction, "It is time to quell the insidious rumors claiming that I was badly hurt by the terrorists and that you managed to escape. They were fabrications manufactured by our enemies. Everyone who was found to repeat these lies will face trial as traitors of the Reich."
Guten Morgen.
Morgan. Helga von Schaps. What a nasty piece of work. Handpicked by Death's Head himself as a key member of the SS Paranormal Division. You know, I had the misfortune of encountering her on a mission to Tanzania. Did I ever tell you about that, Blaskowitz? Was sick with Blackwater fever at the time. Possibly the worst day of my life. Not even a heavy diet of whiskey could improve my condition, if you can imagine. Anyway, this castle, Helga owns it. It's her occult research center. Now we need to take down Death's Head or the war will be lost. And Helga is vital in doing this. There's a top secret document folder in Helga's office. It should give us the location of Death's Head's compound. Once we have that, well then, we can launch an assault on his base of operations. Shoot him dead. Turn this failure of a war around and be back just in time for tea. Right. Off you go. I'll disable the alarm. You head for Helga's research center. We'll stay in touch via radio. Leaving the channel open.
Expedition Wolfburg, hören Sie mich? Kommen.
Ist denn, Karl? Ich bin gerade beschäftigt.
Ich wollte mich nur vergewissern, ob der Laderoboter auch gut angekommen ist.
Oh, Ihre Fürsorge ist wirklich reizend, Karl. Ja, wir haben ihn gestern bekommen. Ich zeige mich erkenntlich, wenn ich zurück bin. Ich hätte da eine ausgezeichnete Flasche Riesling. Ende.
Ich danke Ihnen. Darf ich fragen, ob Sie etwas gefunden haben? Ende.
Es ist schon eine Weile her, seit mich eine Expedition so fasziniert hat. Laut unseren Messungen ist der Boden unter uns hohl. Unter diesen Kirchenruinen muss es eine Art Höhle oder Katakomben geben. Vielversprechend, Karl. Ende.
Richtig. Brauchen Sie sonst noch irgendwas, Obersturmanführer? Ende.
Ja, Karl. Schicken Sie uns noch mehr Nachschub. Wir brauchen Treibstoff für den Laderoboter, weil das Ding im Nu alles geschluckt hat, was wir ihm gefüttert haben. Und ich brauche eine Kiste Wein. Der Wein, den die hier auftischen, ist grauenvoll. Also, mehr Treibstoff für den Laderoboter und für mich. Ja, Karl? Expedition Wolfsburg, Ende.
Könntest du dir vielleicht so eine Reise leisten?
Was haben Sie denn da gefunden?
Irgendein Kelch. Über 1000 Jahre alt. Der muss König Otto gehört haben.
Wo ist der?
In einer der Kisten, die zur Burg gebracht werden sollen. Helga ist ganz verrückt nach dem Scheiß. Besonders nach allem, was mit König Otto zu tun hat.
Denkst du, es würde jemandem auffallen, wenn der fehlt?
Spinnst du? Weißt du, in was für einer Hölle du landest, wenn Helga das rausfindet?
Das war eine hypothetische Frage, Rolf. Außerdem ist Helga gerade in Wolfsburg und mit anderen Dingen beschäftigt, richtig?
Ich will nachsichtig sein mit dir und diese Unterhaltung aus meinem Gedächtnis löschen. Und jetzt hältst du den Mund. Verstanden? Hast du mich verstanden?
Du hast gesagt, ich soll den Mund halten.
Okay, inside the elevator.
Roger that. Guard spotted. Going in for the kill. Hey, was machen? There you go now. Sleep tight.
Was ist das?
Up on the catwalk, BJ. Don't shoot. It's just me. I'll take a gander up here. Look for a safe. That's where the folder should be.
Okay, Helga. Where do you keep your secrets?
Now, if I was a safe, where would I hide? Well, I guess I wouldn't hide because I wouldn't be sentient, would I? But I guess I would just be. So, where would I be then?
From a search assistant, unclear. February 28, 1946. Research assistant Ernst Ziegler was burned to death today when performing an experiment on object 12-1 from the Wolfberg dig. A small explosion occurred when Herr Ziegler tried to operate the object. His torso caught fire and the fire spread to his head. He tried to put the fire out, but eventually he succumbed to the flames. I am now forced to write a letter to his wife. We need to come up with a good explanation. 12-1 is a very large, crude-looking device which holds a series of optical lenses, an incinerator with traces of magnesium, and other, as of yet, unidentified components. We have dated the device to circa 964 AD. It was likely to have been intended as a stationary weapon for larger battles. Uncertain if it was ever deployed in battle or if a version was ever developed with which function without engulfing its user influence. I wonder how did this device develop and proposed as a laser on this paper on the quantum theory of radiation. If so, we might be on the verge of the greatest scientific discovery of the decade. Once safety procedures have been improved, the experiments will continue. Gottfried Winkler.
Blaskowitz, go through every nook and cranny. We're not leaving here without that folder. Blasted. I found the safe, but the bloody folder is gone. It's just not there. I saw a radio down there. Use it to contact Kessler. Tell him we can't find the folder. Make it snappy, Blaskowitz. I'll stay.
Note from research assistant Lynn. January 4th, 1945. Helga's in a meeting with the theater the whole week. Got to shake his hand. Seemed like a very pleasant man, but his hands were clammy and cold. There was a fan pleasant odor, too. Helga assigned me to lead the research team while she was preoccupied with her visitor. Discoveries of note. An ancient construction sketch lodged in between two wooden panels seemed to have been used during the building of this castle. The castle was commissioned by King Otto to be grandiose, impressive, terrifying to his enemies. Must have been quite the sight back then. Marvelous technical achievement by any standards. What piqued my interest was when I looked at the sketches and saw several spaces I could find entrance to. Maybe some kind of hidden opening device. We'll report this to Helga immediately when she is not otherwise engaged. Could it be the lost treasures of King Otto? Well,
Get on the radio and contact Kessler, Blaskowitz. No time to bloody waste. There is a radio on your floor. Use it to contact Kessler. We need to figure out a new plan. Hurry up, BJ.
Pathfinder calling Landseer. Come in, Landseer. Over.
This is Landseer speaking. Over.
Landseer, we can't find Lucy's present. Over.
Pathfinder, I have new information regarding Lucy's present. Rendezvous with me as soon as you can. We will discuss further. Over.
Roger. Pathfinder out.
Shit! Bloody hell! Hold them off, Blaskowitz! Or find us an escape route! Remember, nothing good left in the world! Shoot those Nazis!
Working on it. How's that exit coming along, Wesley?
Bloody cock up, eh, BJ?
And we still have a chance. Kessler knows something.
Well, it's worth bloody mood if we don't get out of this place. Look, I found a way out. Come here, I'll help you up.
Careful. Careful.
We're meeting Kessler in the village tavern.
roger that.
There we are. Get up here. Quick as you can.
Helga's diary entry number 1, January 6, 1945. Leg has kept me up the last couple of nights. Terrible itching. Fortunate side effect. Time to think and study. I think I understand more about who my ancestor, King Otto, was. His ambitions and dreams, the righteous fire that burnt within him, almost I would dare say divine in nature. He was destined to be the Holy Roman Emperor. What is my destiny? Or, rephrase, can my destiny be controlled? Yesterday we found King Otto's secret study chamber, thanks to my research assistant. Valuable things hidden inside. Research papers, alchemical texts, maps. Reminded briefly, painfully, of when I found my father hanging from the ceiling in his study at the old estate. How cold its great halls seemed after, as if it died with him. Should not dwell on these things. Concentrate on the research. We'll go for refreshments despite the late hour. Castle Wolfenstein, Paderborn, January 2nd, 1946. My dear Reinhold, I have a secret to share, a secret concerning ancient kings and arcane knowledge. But first, we know how to write a letter that warms a woman's heart, my dear Reinhold, and thank you so much for the wine. It was delicious. I hope you know how much I enjoy and value our continued correspondence, even though we are no longer lovers. Perhaps it was for the best our separation, because I have witnessed sides of you now that I had never seen during any of our years before. Perhaps you are unable to open up your heart to women that you are romantically involved with. Anyway, I am currently drowning in work, and it seems I will be so for most of this year. I feel like an absolute bore, but I must decline your invitation to visit your estate in Florence. As soon as my calendar clears up, I will contact you, I promise. About the secret. Big things are afoot here at Castle Wolfenstein. Do you remember I confided in the last letter I sent you about finding King Otto's secret study chamber here in the castle? Well, I found the king's very own diary. I've had it translated, and my God, Reinhold, it is such a fascinating read. I knew a lot about King Otto before, of course, seeing that I am the direct descendant to King, but I did not know that he had such fervent interest in the occult sciences. Like me, it seems it runs in the family. This fascination seemed to have developed after the death of his wife, Edith. It must have been a great loss to him. Of course, these personal details mean little to me, but what intrigued me, dear Reinhold, is what the king wrote about some parchments which came into his possession during an incident in Istanbul. These parchments seem to have been mostly related to advanced alchemical research. Even more fascinating, the king began to create war machine which he used to expand his empire. You can understand this sparked my curiosity. That's why I decided to start an investigation into what treasures of his could still be buried in this part of the country. I recently launched an expedition to the nearby city of Wolfsburg, and I'm currently making preparations to go there myself and oversee the operation. Anyway, hope to see you soon. Love, Helga.
Here, use this exit. Let's go, Blaskowitz. Use this exit. No turning back now, BJ.
Helga's diary entry number 2. September. Read so much about Wolfsburg now, I worry my eyes will begin to bleed. This damnable fascinating city. Something important here, I can feel it. Certainly seemed important to my ancestor, King Otto. Concluded so far, King Otto found parchments and fragments, the Istanbul Academy. Parchments imparted powerful knowledge, see notes of Sidewalk, the scholar, pages 15 to 26. Constructed something Wolfsburg used in warfare against the Magyars. That war machines helped his claim to power in the forming of the Holy Roman Empire. However, whatever he constructed seems it was lost in the fire that razed the town to the ground. Most people would probably stop there, but I have this hunger in me to know more. I blame you, Father, for this. I will keep banging my head into this until either it kills me or I break through the other side. Tonight's wine, a refreshing rainbow. Very good with cheese and sausage.
Shit.